Hey guys, what's going on? It's Connor MacRae, ConnorMacRaeMedia.com. So, you guys haven't seen one of these in a long time, but I'm once again tearing into my bike to do something different. And this time it's more custom dynamics lights. Shocking. You've kind of already joined me halfway into this, where I've got pieces and parts everywhere and I'm holding the stuff with the battery. The reason I didn't film all this stuff at the beginning was because, well, kind of have a spaghetti bowl of wires because this bike is, well, it's kind of an electrician's nightmare right now. But that's me, so I'm fine with that. But what I'm going to do is hook this thing up and try and get one saddlebag light to work. If I at least get one side working, then I will do the rest of the video and show you how to put in the other side, because the video that is on from Custom Dynamics, which is good, is also 6 years old, and it's on an older model and things like that, so I'm going to try and do something at least that'll give you some kind of idea. And honestly, for $100, it's not bad to have all three bags with an interior light, so I'm going to do that. By the way, not sponsored or anything like that. I paid for the parts myself. I actually drove up today because they're about an hour north of me and picked them up, and now I'm bored, which is why I'm doing this. So, I'll catch back up with you after I get this thing working, or not. You'll know either way. By the way, I want you all to realize as I'm doing this, I wouldn't be like me and have all this kind of stuff here. I have checked with a voltmeter, so I don't blow anything up. But also it's just funny because, yeah, I was an electrical engineer for 3.5 years for Honda, in charge of robots and production lines, and all kinds of good stuff. But my cable management clearly didn't translate over. Yeah. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing to actually work. I'll take this thing off. So you know that moment when you're like about ready to do like the hardest part and you're gonna have to drill into your bags and it's just, then you can't find flipping drill bits. And then you go and searching through everything, through all the tools and all the crap and and you just, nope, not there. Right there, staring you in the damn face, but you couldn't see him through the trees. That's the kind of day I've been having, where I'm just like, staring me in the face. Alright, time to see if I can get this thing. I'm trying to drill another hole in this bag. Which honestly isn't that scary because there's already a bunch of holes in this bag from, well, speakers and lighting, and I'll show you guys the rest in a little bit. So, it's been a couple hours, a few things have happened. Some related to this, some not. But it's dark outside. Very dark outside. But, the good thing is, I do have one of them complete, finally. And ooh, it looks very pretty. Now, I have that one to do. I have this to do. But I don't think I'm going to get both done tonight because, well, I do not have enough wire to run this guy where I want him to, which is fine. I can figure that out. But I'm going to take off this bag now, and I'll show you how to do it the proper way. The other funny thing is, I was doing this on the floor. I don't know why I was doing it on the floor. So this little workbench thing was hanging on the wall right there the whole damn time. And I stared at it. I stared at it so many times. And I don't know why I didn't just take it down and use it, because I had to do things the hard way. So, but now I'm going to set it on there with a moving mat so it's all nice, and I'll scratch it again because I've scratched it in the past. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, and I'll take you through the steps there and show you, because it's not very complicated. You just have to prep a few things and figure out something that I almost made a huge mistake on. Try and figure that out a little bit earlier. So, cut to the next day where I got really frustrated and very, very angry last night because I found a screw in my rear tire. My rear tire that only has 1,000 miles on it, and that's Daytona. Well, 1,500, whatever that was. Doesn't matter. Brand new tire. A month old. Screw in it. This little damn screw right here has now turned into, well, what was a clean garage all over the place. Shout out to my father who's helped me in my financially poor decisions. But now we have a bike jack, and now I have the whole thing up in the air, and I have all the parts off. And I'm going to go get a new $300 tire, and I guess keep this as a burnout thing, or plug, or I don't know. This was like I have the title of this video, how a $75 project turned into a $1,500 nightmare. That's what this is going to be. So, yep, that's how my day's going. Hope you're all doing better though. All right, well, that was a nice little adventure. So I have the new tire, same exact one as the old tire, and this little bugger right here that only did that little bit of damage was essentially still a brand new tire, but that's life. Oh well. So now I'm gonna put this one on. I got a little time-lapse GoPro to see how long this thing takes, but yeah, let's put the tire back on, then maybe, just maybe we can get back to like doing what we were originally doing with these bags. And oh, I also got my new mirrors in. Got the deleter kit, so I can take off these. I think that'd be cool looking. I don't know. We'll see. I know I just have a bunch of work to do now, so I'm gonna put on music and try and knock this thing out, because I really want to be done with this project. I did want to point out something really quick. So when I pulled off my tire, this trick I found online, I'll link the YouTube channel. It was a great tip. Is if you just pull off your suspension, then when you drop the bike down, you can get the swing arm to clear your bag mounts, which means you don't have to take off. Well, you can't see it now, but don't have to take off your bag, your pipes. You don't have to take off anything here. Makes life significantly easier. So, thank you for whoever that trick. The back tire is on. It's all lined up. One of the biggest things you gotta remember, and I almost forgot, is make sure you have these marks of where your tensioner is, because I don't have a belt tensioner. So, mark where the top of this is and the bottom here, and that way you know where to line it back up for how much tension was on your belt. Just because I don't have all the right tools, but you make it work. So, alright, let me put the shocks back on, and we'll see if I can get this thing back off the ground, or back on the ground, because right now it's, well, kind of hanging by a styrofoam block, plus the ramp, because this bike's a little too low. So, alright, one problem at a time. Yay! I fixed it, and there's no parts left over, at least that I can see. So, alright, now to do the rest of the project. So I legit have no idea at what point I'm at in this video, or where the edits are and stuff, because it's now 4 o'clock on the second day of this project. She's back together, the tire's on the ground, everything is where I want it to be. So now, I'm going to go back to the original project and show you what caused all this and how the lights are installed, because it's not that bad. So, I'm going to try and do that, have no more problems, and so now we get to do what everyone's favorite part of these projects are, is drill a hole in the bag. Now, I have no idea about where I'm supposed to put it. I'm just going to put it here, because it's like down, drop over. I put this lovely little box in here, hopefully to catch the shavings. I don't know if that's even going to work. We're going to try, because I didn't do that the last time. So, it's not on the ridge, it's off to the side. The biggest thing is I'm trying to put it next to all these other wires, because on the bike, well, everything is nice and zip tied right back here next to my suspension. That was a pro job, by the way. And hopefully that will allow it to be easy to unplug and replug, because when I clean this bike, I take off my bags because I'm a masochist and like making things difficult for myself. All right, I'm going to just drill this hole real quick. All right, so great success. I had to use a 9/16 drill, which I didn't have. So no big wheels up at Home Depot. Great thing. What I should have done, and actually I did today, if I can find it, is got myself a... Oh, there it is. It's underneath my tool stand. Almost so heck. A step-up bit, also what I call the Christmas tree. Totally should have used it, but I already had the drill bit from yesterday, so this is just for future things. But these are great. I have them at the shop, and they're fantastic. So now, just so you know, when you do this, one of the big mistakes to avoid, and I almost did it myself, is if you have bag lid speakers, like I did. I put these on a while ago, Rockford Fosgate. Talked about that in another video. You gotta make sure that this light is placed far enough down that when you close it, it doesn't get smacked. Ask me how I know that almost became a problem. Yep. So I just used the alcohol on it. It is a curved surface on these 18 Street Glide bags, so it doesn't exactly fit. You kind of gotta hold it in place, but once it's on there, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna do that real quick and show you the next step after that. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Does it actually work? Let's find out. All right. So I also found out this is not an accessory, so you have to turn the bike like almost all the way on. No copyright to music go. And I push the button. Hey, there's one. Hey, there's two. Awesome. Now I gotta do a lot of cleanup, and we'll see if I can figure out how to get the saddlebag one on. I don't know if I have the spare wire to do it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. If not, then I'm gonna work on this guy. These mirror deletes, which I'm gonna shoot all as one video, and we'll see if I cut it out to second, but that's the plan right now. So, time to do some cleanup. All right, so finally, after going back to the Home Depot one more time, I made a little custom extension cable, but now I have my tour pack light where I want it to be, so it actually can shine into there, and now I just gotta put it all back together, put all my stuff back in here, and call this project done. Finally done. After 2 days. And I don't even know the number. It's going to pop up here on screen of how much stuff I had to do. Yeah, this turned out to be a much bigger project than I expected just because of things. Anyway, but it's done. I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to pack this and clean this all up. And then if I go out tonight, I will take a little video so you guys can see how bright it is out there and actually how much it really does help having it in there. So, yeah. And cut to tonight. So, I kind of just want it to be known that I'm filming this about a couple weeks later. And I wanted to show the final result of this so you all were not left on a cliffhanger. So here's the lights. Let me turn off this guy right here. And you can see, like, it did a very good job. So these lights do provide a very good amount of illumination on my bags, which is fantastic. So after all of that crazy amount of effort and problems and blown tires and buying new things, I am very pleased with the results. So, yep. All right.